Hello everyone and welcome to this special video on the channel. And what makes it special is that I'm going to teach you the last basic technique that I still have left to teach you before starting with the advanced techniques. It is actually a set of techniques. We're going to see 3 techniques in one single video, but they all belong to the same concept, which is the concept of hidden sets. You are going to understand these techniques much better if you already watched my video about hidden singles, because what we are going to do now is also find hidden candidates, but in the form of pairs, triples, or quadruples. And we're going to see what we can do in each scenario to remove some candidates from the houses where we find these sets. So let's start with hidden pairs. These pairs are relatively easy to find. And here in this Sudoku that we have in front of us, I know that we could start solving it, for example, with this naked single that we have here, which would give us this other one, and that way we could start moving forward in the Sudoku. But right now, we can already see a hidden pair in box 5, that is the center box. And in this box, we find something particular, and it is that the candidate number 4 and the candidate number 8 are found only in 2 cells of that box. I am going to mark them in blue. If you look carefully at that center box, those are the only 2 cells where the candidate 4 and the candidate 8 appear at the same time. This means that these 2 are a hidden pair. They are a pair that is in this box, but it is hidden inside other candidates. Notice that above we have the 1, 2, 3, and 9. Below we have the 1, 2, 6, and 9, which do not let us see so easily that this is actually a pair. What we can do, because we found it, is remove those other candidates that are in those cells in a way that we can clean those cells and leave only that pair that was hidden before and that now we can see. This is the 4-8 pair, and as you know, those 2 cells are reserved only for those 2 numbers. So what this technique does is find a hidden pair and remove all the other candidates that may be in those cells, reducing the amount of candidates in general that we have in the whole Sudoku. Let's look at other things that we can do with the hidden sets technique, finding in another Sudoku a hidden triple. Alright, we have this Sudoku, which as you are seeing, we can already start solving very easily because we have some naked singles. For example, this 2, this 7, this 1. We even have a hidden single here in this box, which would be the number 7, which is the only 7 that appears in the whole box, or even through the pointing for the number 1 that we have up here, we can remove these candidates 1 that we have down here. All of these are techniques that are explained in previous videos, but at this particular point, even though I know that we can keep applying much more basic techniques, we're going to try to find a hidden triple. So, if you watched my video about naked triples, you will remember that a triple is 3 cells that are found inside a house and share the same 3 numbers. It is not necessarily required that each one of the cells has the 3 numbers. Rather, the 3 cells, when I look at them as a whole, are going to have only those 3 numbers distributed among them, and they can be in pairs or in triples. And with this technique, we're going to find triples that are hidden inside cells that have more candidates. So they are not going to be so easy to see, but look at this example and you're going to realize what I mean. In the second to last row, we can realize where the candidates 1, 2, and 5 are. I am going to mark them in blue. Here would be one cell that has the 2 and the 5. Here, this one has the 1, 2, and the 5. And this one has the 1 and the 5. Inside this row, there is no other cell that has the candidate 1, that has the candidate 2, or that has the candidate 5. So we can realize that there is only one triple, only that it is hidden because those 3 cells have more candidates that do not make it so easy to see. In fact, it is a little hard to see, but by paying a little attention, we can find them. We just found a hidden triple, and since 1, 2, and 5 is a triple in those 3 cells, we can remove the other candidates. That is, here I can remove the 6 and the 8, here I can remove the 8 and the 9, and here I can remove the 3, 4, and 8, leaving only the 1, 2, 5 triple. So now we know that for that row, in those 3 cells, we have the position reserved for those 3 numbers, and in the other cells of that row, the other missing numbers are going to be found. And now I am going to teach you how to find a hidden quadruple, which would be the last hidden set that can be found, and therefore, the last basic technique. With this, I also want to tell you that you can review all the basic techniques. They are on my channel in the previous videos, but you can also get the digital book that I wrote called Master Sudoku, Basic Level. And then you're going to find all the basic techniques that I already explained before, now explained in a book in text form. But in addition, for each one of the techniques, you are going to find 5 Sudokus that can only be solved with the technique that I am explaining in that chapter. So I am going to make sure that you are definitely going to be able to practice the techniques that I am teaching you. Also, it comes with other Sudokus so that you can play and be sure that you are going to be able to solve them by using a combination of all the basic techniques that I have taught you so far. Get it? The link is in the card that is showing right now, in the video description, and also in the pinned comment. And now yes, let's find the last hidden set that can be found in a Sudoku, which is the hidden quadruple. And I am going to show you how it is done with this Sudoku. First of all, we're going to find some numbers with more basic techniques, for example, these. And here we're going to stop because we can find a hidden quadruple in box number 7 of the Sudoku, which would be the bottom left one. We're going to find a quadruple when we find 4 cells that share only the same 4 numbers. It can be again that both cells have the 4 numbers, that there is a combination of triples and quadruples, of pairs, triples and quadruples, and so on, any combination of that kind, but the 4 cells must only have those 4 numbers. The thing is, because it is a hidden quadruple, those 4 cells are going to have the 4 numbers, but they are also going to have other candidates, which does not make it so easy to see. Even so, in this Sudoku, we can realize that in box 7, we have a quadruple with the numbers 1, 6, 8, and 9. Let's realize that the candidates 1, 6, 8, and 9 are found only in 4 cells. One here, which would be the 1 and the 6. Here we have the 1, 6, and 8. Here we have the 1 and the 9. And here we have the 1, the 8, and the 9. How do we know that here there is a hidden quadruple? Because in the other cells that do not have any color right now, the candidate 1 is not there, the candidate 6 is not there, the candidate 8 is not there, and the candidate 9 is not there. Those 4 candidates are found only in the 4 cells that I just marked in blue. This means that there is a quadruple there, only that there are other candidates that we can eliminate, and in fact, that is what the technique is for, to eliminate candidates. So here, with complete certainty, I can eliminate the 3 and the 5, here I can eliminate the 3 and the 4, here I can eliminate the 3, and here also the 3, because I know that these 4 cells, being a quadruple, are meant so that in the end they are filled only with the numbers 1, 6, 8, and 9. And in this way, we're left with fewer candidates at the end and we can continue with the solving of this Sudoku. And even though we already learned all the basic techniques, I have to confess that this Sudoku that we have in front of us, even though it can still be solved further, is going to reach a point where we will not be able to solve it any further with only basic techniques. This is where the new advanced techniques are going to arrive on the channel. They are going to be the next videos, but for now remember that you can review all my previous videos to keep reviewing the basic techniques, that you now have my book where you can find those techniques explained and can find Sudokus in which you can practice them. And with that, I thank you for staying with me up to this point, and we are going to do everything possible to bring the next advanced techniques to the channel as soon as possible. Thank you and see you in the next videos.